Hey crafty friends, Crystal here again today with a fountain pen ink haul video that I'm swatching. And I'm going to be trying a voiceover for the wet swatches at least. So let's get into it. I've got some Birmingham Pen Company inks. This first one here is Distressed Leather, which, as you can see, is a brown color. It's looking a little bit, my baby's also here with me. It's looking a little bit green there, but it's just a lovely brown color. And it flows well, as I do expect Birmingham Pen Company inks to be. This next one here is Combine Harvester, which is a really juicy green color. I absolutely love this one. It's got some really pretty sheen in it that you will see in the dry swatch. And it's just a really great mid-toned green, super well behaved, nice and juicy and wet. And I absolutely love it. Looking forward to writing with it. The next one here is Emerald Fusion, which I was very excited about. I saw this color on Dandelion Diaries in one of her swatch videos, and naturally it was out of stock, as the Birmingham Pen Company inks are. And so I put a in-stock reminder on it and ended up picking it up when it came back. So I'm really excited about this one. It's just like liquid sheen, basically liquid green sheen, and it's gorgeous. The next one here is Birmingham Pen Company Regal Prune. This one is really cool. It's definitely like a shifter. You can see here in the really wet stage, it looks a little bit brown. And then you'll see in the dry stage, it really does change as it dries and turns into a really, really pretty, I'm going to say mid-toned purple. It's a little bit darker, but it's got some really nice, it's like a mid-tone purple with some dark purple shade. And then we have Magnolia Mirage, which is another kind of weird shifting color by Birmingham Pen Co. You can see it starts out a little bit darker and then it'll dry a little bit lighter. It's like pink and purple, and more purple where the heavy ink goes down. Then I have two new Sailor Shikiori inks. Both of them are greens, and you can see I did put the sticker on the top and the bottom of the bottles. It comes with little stickers in the box. This one is Waka Ugusu. Ugusu. I don't know. My pronunciation is just, it's not up there. Really, really gorgeous grassy green ink. And then the next one that I have here is also Sailor Shikiori, and this one is Tokowamatsu. And this one I absolutely love. You'll see here that it leans a little like brown as it dries. It came off the nib so juicy. So I actually ended up rinsing it and doing it again, because I think maybe it was a little bit wet, so I rinsed it and dried it so that I could write again. This I think is maybe my favorite. It's so pretty. It's got so much depth and interest in it. It has like brown sheen, like brownish reddish sheen over the top of that green, and I just absolutely love it. This next one is Diamine Spearmint Diva, and this was a freebie from Goulet Pen Company. I did the sign up for the newsletter, get a free batch of inks to try out. Oh, my big boy is doing something over there. Oh my goodness. And this ink actually does have shimmer in it, but I did not realize. And so I didn't shake it and like get any shimmer in the swatch. I'll show you in the dry down with some shimmer, but it's an all right ink. I wasn't overly impressed going down on the page, but it's not dry. It's just average, I would say. And then the next page here, we've got Sailor Shikiori Okuyama, which is a really lovely kind of deep magenta color. It's kind of pink, it's kind of red, but it's deeper. So I'm just going to call it deep magenta. That might not be the best descriptor, but really great flow, I really like the Sailor inks. I can't really think of a bad one. Someone the other day said that they were dry, and I was like, I mean, not in my experience. They have some that are like not wet, but I think they're all lovely that I've tried at least. And then we have Sailor Shikiori Yamadori, which I think is a pretty popular ink, but I hadn't tried it yet. So I picked up a sample. This one I did specifically choose. Really beautiful dark blue teal kind of color that does have some sheen as it dries down. I very much enjoy it, and I'm definitely going to put that in a pen and enjoy writing with it. I think it's going to look great as a full page, like as a letter or something like that. The next one we have here is also Sailor Shikiori, and this one is Soten, which came from the random sampler. It's very pretty. I do like it, and I will use it. It's not my typical go-to. It's like I already have some inks that kind of fit in this category, and I'm not really looking to get more, but I'm happy to have this sample. It's a blue with red sheen, which I feel like is fairly common, even though that sounds like, I don't know, I think that sounds like fun and different, but it ends up not being. I feel like a lot of brands have a blue with a red sheen. As you'll see, the Robert Oster Bondi Blue is also blue with a red sheen. They're pretty darn similar, but I think I do like the Bondi Blue just a little bit more. It's a very beautiful light to mid-toned blue with some beautiful red sheen and haloing. And then the last one here is Erbon's Vert Empire, which I also think is one that's pretty popular. I feel like I've heard or like seen it in multiple ink swatches before. It's really pretty. I really like it. It is a lovely kind of mid-toned green color that is really dingy, but in a good way. I really like it, and I think it's going to be great inked up. Good flow. This next one here is Diatramentus Document Light Gray. I was a little worried when I heard light gray, but it is very legible, which I appreciate. It's not terribly light, even though it is light gray. I think it will lighten a bit as it dries, and you'll see, but it's legible, and I'll have to find a use for it at some point. This next one is Diatramentus Document Fog Gray, which I was really excited to receive because I did see the Dandelion Diaries. She had swatched this, I don't remember, in something, and I remember being like, oh, I kind of like that as a document color. I don't have very many document inks. It's a beautiful color. It's definitely blue, not gray, but I can see why it's called fog. It kind of does have a okay, sorry, my baby's playing with something over there. It's beautiful, and it has a nice kind of halo-y fogness about it. I do like it. This next one is Wearingeul Hades, which is another shimmer. It's a black shimmer with like light blue. Sorry, it's a black ink with light blue shimmer. And you can see there, I did just put the lid on and shake it up one more time to write Hades again, because I wasn't sure, maybe it settled a little bit when I first did the writing. It's very nice. It actually behaved quite well. I was pleasantly surprised. This next one here is Robert Oster's Pink Squirrel, which I think is a really, really fun, dusty pinky purple ink. It definitely has like a little bit of a purplish lean to it, which I particularly enjoy. This was from the sampler set. And it has some really pretty, like, dark, it's kind of like a dark purple halo. And I'm really excited to ink that one up. And the last one here is Robert Oster's Cherry Blossom, which is very similar to Pink Squirrel, but a little bit brighter. Hey, crafty friends, back for the final dry down. And I am outside. Thought this would be a nice way to showcase. All right. Oh, I also have, I swatched them on Wearingeul swatch cards too. So I'll go ahead and show you both of those. I don't know what kind of paper these are, but it's just the Wearing Gold swatch card. All right, so first up was Birmingham Pen Co. Distressed Leather. I feel like that's a great name. Definitely looks leathery. I think it's coming across, excuse me, quite a bit more yellow on camera than it is in person. It's definitely more of just like a tan brown color, but really pretty. And it's got some of that haloing that a lot of the Birmingham Pen Co. inks have that I really, really love. You can see that black edge. Absolutely gorgeous. And then here it is on the Wearing Gold swatch card. I feel like it looks a little bit deeper on this guy, and you can see a little bit more of that yellowiness. I don't know, I feel like this one just looks more yellow on camera, but in person this one's a little bit deeper and more yellow. I really like it. It's a great brown. All right, next up we had Birmingham Pen Co. I'm gonna stop saying Birmingham Pen Co. because there's a few of them. BPC Combine Harvester. Love this green. I put all the greens together. I love green. And you can see this one's got quite a bit of black sheen here in the, or you know what? No, I don't think it's black. I think it's dark red sheen here in the big swatch. I don't really see it. I see it like a little bit, like the top of the A has some, and over here in the B, the top of the O, just kind of where it really pooled a lot on the page. Sorry about that airplane. Oh my God, and that siren. Really, really pretty. And it also looks very pretty on the, oh, there's a firehouse just down the road. That's what that is. There's not as much shading on this Wearing Gold paper. There's not a ton of shading in general. Like, it's pretty saturated, but you can see there definitely are shades from light to dark, and then not quite as much on this guy. Next up was Emerald Fusion, and as you can see, it did, like, the sheen stuck to this page. I actually, I had it here somewhere. Oh, I think it's this, whatever. I actually put a piece of paper in here for a while, and definitely some of it transferred onto the paper, so then I thought I was good to just close it. Apparently not. Still a little bit of that sheen. Ooh, yeah, it's still sticky even now. So that's not super fantastic, but it's not a deal breaker because damn, she fine. That is just, it really is like writing with like liquid green, liquid green sheen. Okay, it's not really showing up there in the words, but I can see a little bit of it. Oh, it's so pretty though. And then on the Wearing Gold swatch card, definitely can also see the sheen. You can really see it here. I feel like, yeah, you can see it on the words better on the swatch card, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. Really pretty. Excited to ink this up in a pen and do some writing with that. Then we had Regal Prune, which I think this is a really interesting color. This is one that definitely looks different wet versus dry. It looks, okay, I feel like it's a little bit browner on camera, which it is when it's wet. But then when it dries, it's definitely purple. But then look at it on this, it's way darker. But really pretty color. It's got a little bit of that haloing again, and I love it. It's got a little bit of kind of black halo sheen business going on here. Maybe more haloing than sheen, but I can see like a little. Really enjoy. And then we have Magnolia Mirage, which I almost didn't get, but I'm glad that I did, because I saw some reviews saying it was just way too light, but I don't think it actually looks too light. It's light, but I think it's definitely legible. I mean, this is obviously a nice thick juicy swatch, but I think it'll be great in like a medium. And oh, sorry, we were going this one first, but look at the chromo shading and the like dark purple halo that it has. That's just incredible to me. So do we call it pink? Do we call it purple? I think it's pink with purple halo. I don't know, but you can also really see it on the Wearing Gold swatch card. Love it. And like, look at how purple it is up here where I had a lot of ink. I'm excited to write with this one as well. And then we have my two beautiful Sailor Greens. I'm really pleased with both of these. First, we have Waka Yusuji. Yugusu. What did I even say the first time? I don't know. Waka Yugusu. Y'all. It's gorgeous. Kind of like a really springy green, but with a little bit of like dirtiness to it in the best possible way. And I would say it's got some really pretty haloing of this darker green here. So pretty. And I'm definitely excited to ink this one up. I think it looks a little bit darker and kind of that dusty, or what did I call it? The kind of dirtiness. I feel like it looks a little bit of that dirtier on the Wearing Gold swatch card. But so lovely. And then we have Sailor, oh, these are both Sailor Shikiori. I don't think I said the Shikiori, but we have Sailor Shikiori Takawamatsu. And this one, oh my God, look at the way this turned out over here with like, oh yeah, there you can see it. The way the sheen turned out, it's like it's like a mid-tone to dark green with this gorgeous brown, like reddish brown sheen. I love this one. I'm really excited about it. It's so pretty. Like, look at that. Like the whole thing just kind of sheened here and just, yes. I quite enjoy Sailor inks. Here it is on the Wearing Gold swatch card. I think it's like a little bit, I think it's actually a little bit lighter on the Wearing Gold swatch card than it is on this one. It's a little bit darker. Really pretty. And then we have Diamine Spearmint Diva, which I forgot, or not that I forgot, I didn't realize when I was watching it that it was shimmery, and so I didn't shake it, but I did. It's just a busy day today with airplanes and things. I did get the shimmer on the swatch card, so there it is. Really pretty. I wasn't so sure about it when I first started the swatch, but it's pretty. It's not my typical ink color, and I do kind of wonder, like, would I want to like write a whole letter in that or like see a whole page of it? I think I would. The circumstances were right. And the shimmer is gorgeous. It's really fine shimmer particles, like silver shimmer. It definitely showed up a little bit darker on the Wearing Gold swatch card. I don't know if the shimmer has anything to do with that. I kind of doubt it. But you know, here it's just a really pretty spearmint color. It's like a turquoise color to me, but very pretty. And that was, I don't think I said, this was the first of the Goulet Pens random ink sample set that I got. Because I've ordered from Goulet Pens many times before, but I didn't realize I never signed up for their newsletter. And so they never do like discount codes or anything like that, but they do have an individual discount code that when you sign up for their newsletter, they send you a unique code to get a free ink sampler. So that's what I did. All right. And then next page, okay, so these two I actually purchased, and then I think these two and Cherry Blossom I purchased, and then the rest were from the ink sampler. So they were surprise. So we have Sailor Shikiori Okuyama, which is so gorgeous. I'm saying everything is gorgeous, but they are. I probably should also go faster because I feel like this is taking a long time. It has this really pretty kind of golden green sheen, which, yeah, you can definitely see it there. Really pretty. I love the deep, what would we call it? Magenta? Is it like deep magenta? I think I'm gonna go with deep magenta. And then where's my Wearing Gold swatch card? Oh, do I not have one? Oh crap. Maybe I didn't make one for this. I don't see one over here in my little pile. Oh, well, gonna have to do that. Okay, sorry, no swatch card for that. And then we have Sailor Shikiori Yamadori, which is popular. Is there shimmer in this? Is this another one that I didn't shake? That looks like it has shimmer, but maybe it came from something else. Did it? Nothing on this page had shimmer other than the spearmint, but I didn't even get it. Okay. Now I'm like really questioning myself. Is that it? I don't know, dude. But it's a very pretty deep blue teal color. And it's got a lot of like a really deep, dark red black sheen. There, you can see it. And then we have Sailor Shikiori Soten, which is super vibrant. Both of these two blues are super vibrant. This one is a little bit darker. This is not a color that I would have picked for myself, but I'm happy to have a sample of it. It's very pretty. I already have some colors that are kind of like this, and it's not one that I super gravitate towards. So like, it's not one that I would probably pick up, either of these, even though they're both really pretty. I don't know, maybe I'll come to a time in my life where I really want to write with this color, but yeah, not right now, which is fine. But it's very pretty, and I'll definitely ink it up at some point and enjoy writing it. And again, it has kind of a really dark red black sheen. Can we sheen it up? I think you can see it. It's part of the haloing as well. And then we have Robert Oster Bondi Blue, which has some of that really beautiful haloing and sheen. Red, again, like I feel like these two are really similar, but this one is like a little bit lighter and I was gonna say more vibrant, but that's not true. Ooh, the sun's coming out, how nice. It's lighter and it has more haloing and like a bigger shift between the between like the lightest part and the darkest part, which actually makes me think I do like Bondi Blue just a little bit more, because like you can see in the writing where it pooled here. I just think that it's a little bit more interesting with its shifting and shading, but they're both gorgeous. And then we have Urban's Vert Empire, which I quite enjoy. It's definitely a like dingy kind of green color. It looks really pretty on the Wearing Gold swatch card. I feel like it's definitely more green here. Don't know if that's gonna pick up on camera, but here it definitely looks like kind of like like a washed out army green. Yeah. And then it's more of just like a dark dingy army green here. No, they're both pretty washed out, but I really do like it, and I'm excited to ink this one up in a pen. I think it'll be great for the fall season. We'll see, but it's a pretty standard. There's definitely some shading going on, but a little bit of sheen, but not a ton. And then we have Diatramentus Document Light Gray. It's very light. To be honest, might be a little bit light for me. It is definitely legible, and I like it better on the Wearing Gold swatch card actually, because it's a little bit more like even on the page. It's like a little more unsaturated on the river paper, but it's still nice. Like I said, I do think it is dark enough that I'll be able to write with it, but I don't know when. Like, when am I going to use this ink? You know what I mean? When do I need like a light gray that's waterproof? I don't know. And then the next one is Diatramentus Document Fog Gray. Now this one I love and would consider picking up a full bottle because it's very pretty. And I've actually used it. I dipped my Magna Carta 650 in it to address a letter. And I loved it because I don't always put waterproof inks on the outside of envelopes, but I like to. And I like wrote in cursive with my, Flex pen, and it was just great. And I loved it. And, it's a little bit more interesting than black. I do have like, it's not Diatramentus, but I have like a black document ink. And, dark blue is just a little bit more fun. And I quite like it. I do think it looks a lot more purple on the Wearing Gold swatch card. It's definitely a blue, but it's got a little bit of purpley vibes here. And also just a little bit of feathering on this card. Not terrible, definitely still readable. No feathering on this paper, and some haloing, and it's just kind of like flat and saturated on this card. And then we have Wearing Gold Hades, which does have shimmer, gorgeous shimmer. And I knew that it did. And so I shook this one. Oh, it's really pretty. And I think it flowed well. Like, I don't know. I was a little bit worried about it. Like, I have the Persephone ink. And so part of me previously was like, oh, I need to get the Hades one, you know, because Hades and Persephone. But I was like, man, I don't think I need just like a black with shimmer. But I'm really glad to have the sample, and I'll definitely ink it up and see how it goes. Like, if the shimmer stays writing a whole page. If it does, then I really would be interested in getting a bottle, but we'll see. Oh, really pretty in the writing there. You know, in this amount, I feel like the shimmer stayed fairly well. I'm trying to get you to see the shimmer in the words. It's not showing up super great, but it's there. Whatever. All right. Oh, did I show you the thing for this? I did not. I really like the way it looks on the swatch card. I feel like a little bit more of the shimmer came through in the words. Really pretty blue, light blue shimmer. Kind of reminds me of the hair of Hades in the Hercules, the animated Hercules movie. And then we have Robert Oster Pink Squirrel, which I really like. So Cherry Blossom I purchased, and Pink Squirrel was in the the free sample thing, and I actually think I like Pink Squirrel better. They're so similar, but Pink Squirrel is a little bit mauvier and darker, and I just think the way that it looks in the word, you know, in the actual writing, is just really gorgeous, and I'm excited to ink this up and, you know, potentially get a full bottle of it. Really pretty. I love that haloing and that shading. It goes down to like a pretty dark purple with this like black halo sheen business. Really like it. It's kind of a funny name, but cute. And then we have Cherry Blossom, which is a little bit lighter and more pink. It doesn't have that kind of dingy, but not in a bad way. Okay, I feel like dingy has a negative connotation. Not here. Pink Squirrel has definitely got that dinginess to it, and Cherry Blossom does not. But I like the dinge. Here, let's put these two right next to each other, because I feel like you can really see some more differences here. Both are super gorgeous, and I'm glad I got a sample of both of them. All right, well, that's the end of that. Let me guys know what you think, which one was your favorite. How did you like the voiceover bit, this different format? I think it went pretty good. I really like Regal Prune. I was trying to pick my favorite, and I'm like, man, I don't know. On this page, Pink Squirrel is my favorite. Definitely. And on this page, I really like the Tokawamatsu. But I really like Combine Harvester too, and Regal Prune. I don't know. If I had to pick one right now, I'd probably pick the green, just because I'm super loving greens, but I don't know. What was your favorite? All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.